I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
Rage, $2. Rate the 3 stand-ups. Cumia, Shuli, Chad, best to worst. For me, I enjoy the hell out of Cumia when I've seen him. And
I haven't heard enough of them to say.
Speak of not the devil, not nearly. Our guest has appeared. Let's welcome to the stage, Mr. Anthony Cumia. How's it going, sir?
Hello, everybody. Let me get my
quiet for a second, because I'm going to take myself off screen while you guys get out. While he gets set up, I'm going to take myself off. So there's more.
You tell us about it.
Let me turn this lower. You don't have to. No one has to go away. We're just fucking.
Yeah, how are
we don't. We can't allow him on screen.
I'm
while
not
you're
here to yell at anyone.
No.
I'm here to talk about. First of all, the Dabbleverse. The Dabbleverse is a very. Oh, look at that.
Okay, Grandpa, let's get the technology working.
Oh, calm down.
I just turned it on. I could hear you now. I had the
That
YouTube
sounds
open
good.
because that's what I was watching. I turned on the stream. The two things conflicted. I muted the YouTube. Easy peasy.
Well, when you put it that way, when you put it that way, it makes people forget that you could have done that before you entered the room. But go ahead.
Oh God! All right, I'm not as brilliant as
I put my clothes on. I walked to the desk. I turned the light on.
I'm not here to argue with you. That's for sure. I'm here to talk about what you were talking about. And Chad, the problem I have with Chad, or that Pat has with Chad, or anyone has with Chad, is the fact that he's a liar, a proven liar and thief that has just raised over $10,000 to do a special that I can't see, because he's not that big of a person. He's not going to be a boom camera and the audience of an arena is clapping. This is going to be maybe 1 or 2 iPhones. It's going to be probably a $1,000 effort, and it's going to be his average set. He's not a bad comic. You don't see him like Stuttering John is a terrible comic. He's not a bad comic, but he's not a comic worthy of a special. It's just a guy recording his set. He doesn't have any distribution. He's going to put it on YouTube or his Patreon or whatever. And good for him. I'm not even bashing him for that, because that would be punching down. All I'm saying is he's making way more of it than it is. Do it. Have a blast. But the fact that he raised 10 G's for this, it is funny. I'm not jealous of it. Pat isn't jealous of it. It's just that Chad being the person he is, you have to think, he's probably going to buy a few TVs and sneakers with this.
I think he already has. I
know, that's why I said TV and sneakers.
Well,
yeah, and he had mentioned a piece of furniture as well.
Yeah.
And now today, allegedly, his bicycle got stolen. There's another thing that he needs to buy.
I think
it is hard to defend.
Dude, it's hilarious.
I think that he's also never been in a position where he's had this kind of money to do that, and everyone is kind of watching him, which is its own chat.
All right, Ava, good point.
Let me finish.
Point. Now he calls me a loser. You call me a loser, or what have you.
I do not think you're a loser.
At 51 years old, he's never had 10 grand to pursue his dreams, and you don't call him a loser for that? You just said he's never had this kind of money. He's not 22. He's 51 and has never had $10,000 to pursue his fucking dreams. Ugh.
I think that there's a lot of
maybe loser, Rava.
But there's people that didn't have that money and later on in their life did something creative that got them successful. Like a lot of what you were saying is just what you've decided it's going to be. We don't know what it's going to be. And part of what's fun.
I 100% agree with what he's saying. And I've said it before on my show. Exactly.
Obviously, do.
And this isn't bashing him. This isn't saying things like, Chad is this or that. I'm not saying that. His record has proven that he's this guy who would more likely take from that 10 grand for his own personal needs than finance some, again, special that's going to be a mediocre set recorded on this.
But why not just you're just deciding this before anything happens? This is a new situation. This is why
Listen,
I was bringing up.
No,
this is why,
I know.
Hold on,
Chad, No, I'm here in Cleveland. I'm telling you, Chad has been doing this for 20 fucking years. Not comedy, fucking up.
Yes,
he was getting paid on the radio, and drunk drove the radio vehicle into a pole or a tree or
That's
whatever.
funny.
I'm not even saying that. He's not, like I said, he's not a bad comic. He can eke out a very low-level living. I've seen much worse than him. He could open up for people like Florentine and the litany of other people that he opens up for. But truth be told, a special, it's like, what do you're putting yourself on the level of a special. These days, recording your set and putting it on social media, if everyone called that a special, everyone would have a special.
I understand that, but
there was
let
a time
Ava talk. Ava hasn't been able to respond to any of it. Let Ava talk.
So, like, well, hear me out. It's like, but there's this phenomenon of him just going for this, and it in itself is drawing attention to it. And the fact that he has been this degenerate loser that fails constantly and just steals money at every opportunity. It is an interesting social experiment because he has this money, but everyone is watching him knowing that they think he's going to do that. And I just think that we kind of don't know, like, there could be something in him that's like, maybe I'll spend $5,000 on this where it won't be a cell phone thing. He could technically eke out a special.
And then, let me tell you that would be a Hallmark movie, a Lifetime movie moment. Everyone says, oh, this is what it's going to be. If that happens, I'll be the first one to go, holy shit, it was successful. It looked like it was worth $10,000 and hats off. But his past performance is indicative of his future results.
Let me finish that because the first half of what I was saying sounded like Hallmark. But let's say he ekes out $5,000 and doesn't do the cell phone cams. I think concurrently he'll end up scamming $5,000 out and then spending on a bunch of things and getting caught and then like embarrassing himself while that's happening, which will be promotion for this set. And it could become this thing.
All right. Okay. That could happen. But do you honestly think someone like Chad would do that thought out and say, if I steal half of it and then
not thought out,
going to get heat, or he just steals half of it and that happens.
That's what I'm saying.
Playing a character here.
I'm not saying he is.
This is who he is. That's my point. He's a thief and a liar. And he will steal at least a large portion of that money.
At least $5,000.
The rest for this, his mediocre set in a shit club, and call it a special and say, once again, from the fucking defeat, the pit of defeat, he'll reach up and go, look, I did it again. I won.
Absolutely. And that's funny. And I don't think it would be planned out. I don't think he'd plan that out. He'd be lying about
doing that to be funny. He's doing that because Chad Zumock. The scorpion didn't sting the frog to be funny.
He's a self-sabotager. That's what I mean. Like he's been sabotaging himself for 20 years. This has not stopped.
Absolutely, but like I do think that could just get him like. It's the combination of all those things. It's that he'll start lying about the $5,000 he bought this thing. He was lying about it.
What you're saying is the end justifies the means. And if that's what you're saying, then fine. I've seen that happen with so many people. They trip over their own dick and they fall into a honeypot.
That's what I'm saying.
In life. But never mistake it for someone that planned to do it.
Never. No.
Brilliant. The 5D chess. He's a thief and a liar.
Yes.
And he's vindictive. He's an angry, bitter person. And he just got a windfall of $10,000. And I don't see him using it all for this special.
And whatever happens, psychologically,
successful, it's in spite of the person Chad is, not because of the person he is.
Okay, then we completely agree.
I think a great example that Quad used the other day is, even if, let's just say, Chad doesn't have ill intentions and he
Right.
is trying to do it right. He is literally Dumb and Dumber with a briefcase full of IOU notes. Like,
Oh my God.
once
He can't not screw this up. Like, he can't just not spend that money elsewhere. It's impossible. I do think it's possible. He maybe like
if you were on the balls of your ass every day, you're in a shitty apartment, you're probably eating shitty food, you don't really have friends or family. This is not my speculation. This is what we have seen of Chad Zumock over the course of the years. If that's the case and you have $10,000 sitting in an account with no accountability, please, come on. And we're talking about Chad, not Mother Teresa here.
There's gonna be signs. Let's just say that when he starts spinning it, there gonna be some signs.
Post-it notes.
I just think he has this like curveball. It's that thing where you just see him and he's been in these photos with all these people. Like, there's something about him where this could just accidentally have him stumble into something that's more successful.
Has he ever stumbled into success?
No, but like
I would not be betting on this.
I think he stumbled into Swartzen and Florentine, and he.
But again,
stumbled
I
into
won't even
that.
say that. Look, he's good enough to open for those guys. I'm not going to trash him for the sake of trashing Chad. He sucks dick. I don't know why they have him open for him. He's fine. I've seen so many opening acts that I sit there and go, all right, I'm here for Florentine, whatever. And that's who Chad is. He's good enough to do that. That isn't stumbling into success. That's kind of tripping into mediocrity.
Well, to be clear, I was saying stumbling into more success than he's ever had, and I think for that it has to be the confluence of like at least a mediocre special, and then him getting caught blowing all this money and potentially getting arrested. I think all those together will make him more successful than he's ever been.
And I think
even
the
if it's
entire
notorious.
Dabbleverse will watch this. This will be watched by the entire Dabbleverse. But I don't see many other people outside the Dabbleverse watching it. I see a lot of people watching it to find things they could clip and put on their show and call them unfunny or an asshole or something. And it's all in the context you present it. I get that much. But this is not something. Chad Zumock is not a household name. And I'm not saying I am. I'm not saying anyone in the DV is a household name. But Chad is not a comic that when you say in the company of people like Shane or Florentine, even Jim Norton, all that, he's not a guy that comes up and goes, oh, hey, what about Zumach? What are you going to do?
Well, have you seen, you've seen him do stand up?
Yeah, plenty of times. He's fine. He's fine.
Chad just wants
I think maybe I'm tainted because I just recently discovered that Norm at Gotham clip where Norm had him, and I was like, well, if Norm had him, maybe
Norm, he opened up for Norm. He did. It is what it is. I'm not trying to shit on him for the sake of shitting on him. And that's where the whole Pat Dixon thing comes in too. Pat and a lot of other people don't shit on Chad out of some ulterior motive, some deep, dark place in their psyche where they need to shit on Chad to make themselves feel better or to elevate. Chad is so easy to shit on because of what he does. Not because of any inadequacies anyone else has. And sometimes that is true. You do look at someone and go, oh, fuck them. You know, they're doing so well and you're jealous. You're in the same industry, whatever it is. Chad doesn't need that. He trips over his own shit enough where people can go, oh, this motherfucker. And it has nothing to do with your own feelings of inadequacy.
Basically, what
I'm a big Pat.
Pat had said pretty much that he thinks he'll end up spending about $2,000 to throw something together,
right?
And he'll pocket the rest, which basically is kind of what we've said as well, and it makes sense.
It's everyone is saying this, and there isn't a reason. It isn't this internal reason of everyone else that's going, oh, I bet he steals the money without any past record of his behavior. This is because of his past record of behavior. He has to steal money.
Well, I think Chad is. I don't think Chad's innately evil, but everything
No,
he
not
does,
evil.
No,
No,
not
no, no, no.
evil, not
Yeah,
evil.
no, no,
It's just-
I
He's
mean, but I'm
greedy.
saying,
He's
like, I feel
selfish.
like
He's a thief. He doesn't
calculated
have
enough.
any empathy or morality as far
I
as
think-
other people are is
Yeah.
concerned.
But I think
It's
that
who
he
he is.
steals out of not.
He's a
convenience-
kleptomaniac. He doesn't have a
it's
choice.
convenience and a
He's just a
situation.
shady.
Yes,
He's just a shady
convenience.
degenerate.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Chad is he wants somebody to be proud of him so badly. Like, but
Oof.
he's
Now
been
you're getting
trying
into
to have
psycho
it for
shit.
years.
Yep.
But I
That
do
is
think-
really one of the
Having it for
most like to me, like that moment. And I know that I think he might have staged like discovering that he got that money, but
Crying.
you could tell that he was really touched that people would do that because he really just doesn't. I think any positive feedback he just doesn't have, and you could see that he was shaken up by that. And then he tried to like start kind of being nice about to everyone. You know what I mean? Where he started was like, "I'll talk to
Not
Carl and try to
really.
have a reasonable
Yeah, if
conversation
you all
with
give me
Carl."
money,
and,
I'll be
like,
nice to you. What-
He's actually
what-
not.
what a
He's really
coincidence.
not nice.
I'm
I
not saying
hope-
he's nice. I'm saying his reaction to just getting any positive reinforcement
I
was
hope
like
he was
shook him up a
faking
little bit.
I
I
hope
think-
he was faking that crying. I was watching going, please be this fucking psychopath that would cry online to show people how thankful he is for this. Because the other option is you are so fucking gay for cry. You're a man crying on your podcast. Oof. Never
but he-
do
One
that.
is crazy.
Never
he
F51
doesn't-
is
he-
wild.
But he's shameless in that way where that never affect like begging for money like that. But
And again, I
yeah,
don't think
I think he
it's
staged
yes,
it.
I
Yeah.
think he is like gay enough, and I don't mean gay. I mean
Yeah,
gay.
yeah, yeah.
You're
Yeah, yeah.
crying on your podcast. You
It's
don't
bitchy,
fucking
yeah.
cry in front of people unless they are your closest relative. As a man, women can cry all they want, but as a man, your mom died. You're with your brother and sister. You could tear up in that case. If you just hit $8,000 on your special fund that you put up and you're crying,
Got the bankers.
I
Well,
can't
that-
even tell
that
you how
shows-
embarrassing that is.
That just shows that what he cares about in this world is money. Like,
God,
it-
oh,
He's
yeah.
just shut. Well, he's just shut off from like human connection. But like for him, it's like he's so broke. He's just like, you're giving me that
well,
much
no,
money.
no. Like,
You-
hold on there,
you-
because
Yeah.
he's claimed plenty of times that he has $75,000 in the bank. So, and he
No, he
said he could have
doesn't.
funded it himself, but he decided to let the crowdfunding
Yeah,
take
75
over.
grand.
It's in
Yeah.
escrow. You don't understand how the banks work.
Well,
Appointment.
and what do you think about him raising the amount of the GoFundMe? I think he's incrementally just going to keep raising it over and over and
shows.
over.
It's indicative of who he is and what he does. He can't stop. He said he really thought out how much money he was going to need to do this. And that was the goal, he said. Once that was hit, how the hell can I just shut this down? I need to keep this going. Where is that money going? And then using the excuse that my original guy is now gone and he was the guy that was budgeted for this much money. So now I need more. It's like, how do you know? The new guy, it might even be cheaper. But we know why he kept it going. We know why he's making more money. Because every penny of that is a potential new TV or pair of sneakers.
It is really funny that he said that out loud. He's like, "Well, yeah, the GoFundMe just kept letting people send me money." So then I was just
Right,
like, "Well,
so-
why do I? Should I just?"
Chad is
He's like a
Chad's
great
worst
politician.
enemy Sometimes.
That's what
He
they
said
do.
it out
Hey, the
loud.
budget
He
is
said,
still,
"Oh, I
I
can
should
just-
still
They
Take money.
sent him an email and it said, "Do you want?" They pretty much told me I should hit the ultimate goal.
Pushed him
So
into
I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it on. He said, "I'll leave it on."
let it ride.
Very much like Jeff Dye. Jeff Dye did an entire GoFundMe to move out to Austin or some shit like that.
Oh, right.
And
The whole
he-
Austin move. Yeah.
It was 100% a scam, and he just kept the money. And then he was like, "Yeah, joke's on all you assholes." That's the joke. Don't you get the joke? Like I kind of think that's what Chad's headed for with
not
this one.
new or
Like,
novel. I mean, people have scammed GoFundMe's and everything else, coming up with ridiculous ideas. Some of them blatantly illegal that they get taken down and maybe even charges are filed or civil
You mean
charges.
like after they stab a white kid and their parents buy a mansion?
it
Like
happens.
something like that.
Hey, that was self-defense.
Yeah, free him.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think that's the case. I just think, no one thought that Chad would be able to pull it off and that he would get anyone to pay money. But
That's true. I thought, I imagine it was going to be like how John tried to get something together for legal fees, and he got like, as a goof, people sent him $1,000,
like $1 to $2,000.
And I think a lot of people thought it was going to be the same thing with Chad. He wasn't going to raise any money, and then he did. And there were apparently some comics that pitched in some money, nice amounts of money, and there he is. He reached his goal. Now he has to move forward and come up with something that looks like it was paid for. Now, 10 grand years ago for a special wouldn't be a drop in the bucket. In 2026, that is a lot of fucking money to put together a video production of something that is pretty cheap to do as far as stand-up goes.
You could do that for like, you could shoot a professional special for like $3,000 if you have someone that just like
$3,000. Like, you're renting a good camera. You want to
editing.
The club has good lights. If it doesn't, renting a few lights, you get someone that knows how to work a camera or two. That's
like two mirrorless cameras, two Sony 6400s, and then a direct feed from the audio, and then boom. Like,
Anthony, can you shoot at your house?
Like I said, I don't see the big boom coming down and sweeping over the audience for this.
We were talking about that the other day.
He's got
shoot at your house. Anthony, can you just do it at your house?
Yeah, I'll just do it here, right there.
Well, listen, you're saving all. Look how much money he's going to save. You know how much a venue costs?
I'll give my dog a pup cup so he doesn't bark during the set.
Oh, I think your dog would try to kill Chad the second he smelled him.
He's so fucked. Like he won't be able to not like, fuck this.
He's in the Kobayashi Maru, the no-win scenario. There's really a no-win here, and it's no one's fault but his own. Really, the best thing that could happen for him in this is that he does it. He spends every penny on this. It looks it. He puts together a good set, not this fucking Eddie Murphy delirious or raw set. It's just a great Chad Zumock set. Then everyone has to go, hey, look, he did it. It looks good. It sounds good. He does a good set. It's new material. It's this. But there's no fuck way in hell that's going to happen.
I already got him on the record. He said that it's going to be 50 minutes to an hour, and that he has some new material. Because I put him on the spot, and he definitely does not have an hour of new material. So do not expect that 0% chance.
He's the squeegee bit.
We were doing like a percentage.
Chad wore full red leather pants.
Good.
The red leather drops the mic at the end.
Anthony, what do you think is the percentage chance that he actually even puts out a special within 1 year?
Within a year. That's a long fuck time from raising the money to putting it out. So it's good that you're giving him that much.
I started with 6 months.
I think it's a good chance. Now, how good it is or how well produced it is another thing. Because he knows he has to put out something. He's got to do something. He's in a corner. That matters to Chad.
He's capable of still not doing it.
But I really think he knows he has to put something out. He'd be stupid not to, because it's going to get more eyes than anything he's done in the past.
Even if it's shit.
Because it's been such a thing. But I think by, just in time for Christmas, that's what I think he's going to promote it as. Hey, my Christmas special.
What do you guys think the odds are that he gets busted scamming GoFundMe and has to refund it, or gets arrested before the special comes out?
I don't think there's laws there.
I don't think he's going to get into that kind of trouble. No, but I do agree.
Like
Christmas might be good where he needs
lawsuit.
presents sympathetically.
Yeah.
Has there been a precedent like that where
Ben Bank has put out a special out of side splitters, and it was very low quality. That's basically what we're going to end up getting, I believe.
Yeah.
Something filmed on iPhone.
But even that, I'm saying, will be a success because it will be attached to whatever he did with the other $6,000 and all of the other trouble that he got into. making it, and then it's just funny to look at him. Like when we were playing those clips earlier, and it's just stupid like sunglasses, and it's just.
I feel like if Chad gets busted for anything,
he's like the guys from
so
Goodfellas.
retarded.
He's just gonna he's gonna show up with a Cadillac or the fur coat, and it's like, dude, what are you doing? You're fucking
Air Jordans.
back. There's bulls all over the place. You're gonna fucking get us in trouble. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna, hey, I'm working on the special, but every so often, because again, he also can't help but. Hey, look what I got. Look what I'm doing.
I feel like he's going to get busted for
That's what's so funny about this.
Stealing a ham.
Yeah.
Now the other thing is like Godfrey, he did the GoFundMe and he was trying to raise $200,000. He's already put out a special. It's already been produced. He's already probably sold it. I think he's made like 40 grand or 80 grand, something like that. He hadn't hit the goal, but he's just leaving it open. He's just going to sit there and let it collect money forever.
Let it, let it
have
coming in.
Did you guys,
Squad, mind your business, dude.
Did you guys figure out what that whole pot, like, weren't there like screenshots of his GoFundMe got paused that somebody saw? Like, Chad's GoFundMe.
It got reported.
And so there was a pot.
Yeah, it must have been reported by someone,
But he fixed it.
Trolls tried to
all
shut
straightened
me
up.
down. They didn't get it done.
People are that's fucking asinine,
No, just let him. He'll
steal.
He'll fuck this up. He'll fuck this up on.
Let him soar. Let him soar.
He said his team worked on that and got it fixed. So that his team.
I think his special should be called Day Old Turkey.
Who do you think
is he like
team, Anthony? Think of that.
What's that?
Who do you think is in his team?
He doesn't have a team. That's the saddest part. Fuck is, having a gallivant all over the country for these shit gigs for no money. That's sad in and of itself. The saddest part is like no friends or family really to speak of. And look, I don't want to hear, well, maybe he does. Maybe if you don't have, you're a pseudo celebrity comic, whatever it is, you'd want to post pictures, especially if people are ragging you and you have that kind of personality that Chad has. You'd have pictures constantly. Here I am with this person and this person, my good friend. He doesn't have friends.
Well, he's got like 600 pictures of him with black celebrities, like all over his Instagram.
Where do you think he learned to steal?
He doesn't have any family. Cousin Jill.
All right, come on. That's
he did have his bike stolen today. It might be one of his friends.
Yeah, not today, guys. Come on.
Like realistically, like it seems like I like with Florentino, like does he have enough like connections in that like lower middle tier where like if he did put out a special, he could get it like heard by somebody that could publish it, or is he just? Is there no?
I don't think so. Chad considers people his friends. It's the people that he sees in green rooms, club owners, people at the bar. Like these are people he's like, oh yeah, my friend. I know a lot of people. I have a lot of friends. It's like they're not friends.
They're placating.
They're business associates. They're people you run into at a gig, comics that you're on the same bill as. That wouldn't know you from a hole in the wall if you saw you at a grocery store out of context. And that's the saddest part about the whole Chad thing is
Chad is funny. I'm dying right now because he's like, I went to Chappelle's house once when I was working out with Godfrey. He's funny. That's fucking
funny.
He is a name dropper. Ava, you did kind of make a good point though with specials nowadays. They do seem to still have a thirst for them. Like Liam made one, and he said he sold his for whatever. I know that recently Chad sold something to Sound Exchange, and they put that crap on Sirius Satellite, their comedy channel. And I think like open bar, dry bar, there still is like a want and a need for these shitty specials. I don't know what the deal is.
But it's not Netflix or HBO or fucking any of these places. There's so many platforms that they are literally like grabbing. Please give us your material so we can fill up our menu here on our homepage. That's a lot of what's going on these days. You know,
Absolutely.
you get even Opie got one of those emails where it's like, hey, we've noticed your podcast and we think we could elevate your viewership and this. And it's like, oh no, he's falling for this like spam ad from a new platform that says they could make your show huge. I think a lot of these platforms that are taking people's specials are just like that.
Do those people like Joe Rogan and all them know who Chad is? Like, does Joe Rogan know who Chad is?
I doubt it. I don't know, but there's no real reason. There's no real connection there.
I do believe, according to Chad, he does.
Any of the comics that Chad calls,
there's sources on this.
Yeah, I don't think any of the comics that Chad considers friends that have been on Joe sit there and go, "Hey, Joe, by the way, you know Chad Zumock?" I don't think they, you know, it wouldn't come up.
Do you know that? Yes, I'm sorry, Anthony, but
no,
do you know that Chad got escorted out by the cops from Bert Kreischer's?
What?
No way. For what?
Party. His bachelor party.
Imagine being at Bert Kreischer, the drunkest guy ever's bachelor party, and you're the problem. Okay.
Well,
part of the
wait.
This is what I'm saying, though. It's like,
I think it was Mark Norman's bachelor party.
Yeah, you're right.
Kreischer was
Yeah.
there.
Kreischer was there. Norman.
No, Kreischer was there.
Did the security not know him or something? Or he wasn't on the list?
He got caught stealing.
It was Mark Norman's.
Putting a liquor bottle. But this is what I'm talking about. It's like, even that I didn't know, and it's like now I'm finding out like he was at that party, and I think it's like there's a cutoff in show business where everything got like so much into the internet. I'm just saying this as someone who just watches it from here, but like people that have just kind of been around from before, like just them still existing makes it so they can have their foot in the door in a way where like if like maybe Bert Kreischer or Mark Norman would at least see his special, or is this all just craziness? I just think that there's a chance that that's good.
You are absolutely nuts in your head. I'm telling you that he is not a liked person everywhere he goes.
They all hate him.
He makes
Okay.
And I am pretty sure I saw a bunch of people sitting around kind of shit talking Chad, but not dropping his name. Like they just know him as a green room guy, like you said. Who's
made an ass out of himself, and again, like he puts this special out, but also gets busted pocketing $6,000. It's all this like big story. I feel like it could be on their radar, and
prospect of your point, like the prospect of a chance, like there's a chance this could happen. That doesn't mean the same thing in every instance. There's a chance if you're holding a 20 and the dealer's showing a 6. The chances that you're going to win, not bad. Then there's a chance that I put all my money on 00 green on the roulette wheel. It's much less of a chance. So
you're
while
saying there's a chance
something could happen, it doesn't seem very realistic.
Right. With Chad, it kind of diminishes that.
With
the 0.
Chad's the 00.
Yeah.
I will say this: if Chad puts out any type of special, it will be out of fear of what retaliation he will get from the 100% Dabbleverse.
And that might really affect whatever quality it would ever be. It's just he just has to put this out now because he can't just steal all of the $10,000.
It's got to be bittersweet to know that you're going to get eyes on this thing, but the reason is because people can't stand you and they want to find what's wrong with it. That's a horrible fucking thing.
Well, it's kind of like you said, like he's in a bad position because he has no way to really win with this thing because we know he's not a good enough comedian to like really wow us. That's not gonna happen.
We're not gonna go, holy shit, where is this hilarious comic been? Why haven't we known about it? He's gonna do an okay set.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the difference between famous and infamous. Chad's infamous. He's just known for not being great. So
I don't know. I'm laughing my ass off.
He's the kind of guy that literally, if he were to win $1 million today, you would be worried, not jealous. You'd be like, he's gonna die. Chad's gonna die if he gets $1 million. He's not gonna go be successful. He's gonna OD on something, whatever it is.